Hi guys! Today, guess what we're going to talk about? Weight loss in women. I know, you've been there and done that. But let's really talk about the nitty gritty so that you don't have to feel like a failure every time you look in the mirror. So, weight loss and weight maintenance and a healthy weight is a really important conversation to have. Now, after people have been around the block a long time with this, going on commercial diets, getting off of commercial diets, realizing that you're the only one in the bunch that actually really wants to change, you might resort to doing one of these food services by mail. And what I'd like to do is take a couple of topics and go through the pros and cons, and this is the first one I want to start with. So what's good about receiving a frozen meal for the day or for the week? What's good about it? Well, portion control. That's great about it. The portion that you receive is the portion you eat for that meal. And you don't have to think twice about it. You might want to add a fruit or you might want to add a salad, but the actual portion is decided for you. So that's really good. What's the next thing? It's convenient. No washing of dishes, no prep. It's really, really convenient. What's the next good thing? Variety. If you order meals for the week, you're going to get a different thing every day. So that's really, really good. What's maybe not so good about that? Well, you have less control of the quality. You don't know if this food is organic or not, or where they're really buying it from. Of course, it's coming frozen, so how can you really assess it until you defrost it and eat the stuff? And that's just the point. It's frozen. It's not fresh. Do you ever hear something called chi energy? Like we don't plug ourselves in the morning. Where do we get all our energy from? So the fresher our foods, and actually the more organic our food is, we've already found through studies that the whole nutrient, vitamin, and mineral content is a lot higher and better. But again, for the sake of convenience and portion control, you may opt for that. So you have to make your decisions. The other thing is most nutrition plans that are worth anything are full of fruits and vegetables. And if you take a look at where your diet is now and you sort of do an inventory, are you eating enough fruits and vegetables? If the answer is no, then probably doing some type of a nutrition plan for weight loss is a good idea because it invariably will have lots of fruits and vegetables. The next thing that typically is really good about thinking about nutrition for weight loss, if you're doing it right, is that if you're not eating breakfast, you're going to start eating breakfast. For all of you that have done Weight Watchers maybe once, twice, 3 or 4 times, what's the thing they always have you start with? Breakfast. What do you know about breakfast? It's good for you. It revs you up, it keeps your metabolism fit, and just like fuel in your car, you need it to start the day, to give you new glucose so that your brain can function. The other good thing is that when you start a healthy program, and notice I'm saying the word healthy versus unhealthy, because people can go on starvation programs thinking they're dieting, or silly programs where you only eat one food thinking that's the solve, or one recipe like the soup diet, crazy stuff like that. That's maybe 1 or 2 weeks and then you're over it. But a healthy diet is something that you really can do for a long time. And one thing that usually accompanies something where you want to lose weight is you have to start becoming aware of your portion sizes if you're going to cook the food yourself or even at restaurants. So measuring your food, writing down, keeping food journals. These are the tools that work. And you might want to work with an expert to help you. Now what's the negative thing of going with thinking about dieting for weight loss? And now I'm going to use the word diet because this is where people usually are misled. Of course, I don't even like the word diet. Spell it out. First 3 letters, die. That doesn't sound encouraging. But typically, the wrong diets can lead you down the wrong path. And since many of you might have already been down that path many, many times, you sort of get a sense like you feel like a failure. And I certainly wouldn't want you to do that one more time. So my message to you is, if you don't have any intention on staying on this nutrition plan that you're picking for yourself long term, don't even start, because you'll just really create more weight gain when you're finished, which you've probably figured that out, and you'll feel like a failure. So some of the other negative things about going on diets, usually they can be low in calcium, they can be low in fruits and vegetables if they're too extreme. They can overemphasize proteins, uh, like the Atkins diet, and that's not good for your kidneys. In fact, I've had a lot of nephrologists, which are kidney doctor specialists, call me up and saying, I'm getting a lot younger and younger people in my office now with kidney problems. And sure enough, they've taken everything out of their diet except protein, thinking that's healthy. It isn't. Okay, yeah, it's a quick way to lose weight, but are you really losing fat? You're really losing water weight and then some muscle. And then if you're burning fat, you just can't live on that forever. You've got to find a new way. The other problem with eating too much protein or going on extreme diets is that it creates a very over acid condition. Well, that's not good, because you know what that leads to? Gout. And that's really painful. Gout is the over acidity and the extra accumulation of purines in your body that you can't excrete. And usually you'll feel it in your big toe. Consider someone with golf shoes with cleats standing on your big toe. That's sort of what it feels like. It isn't fun.